Hey,
what's up, everybody?
What's up?
It's another episode of the NFC East show, and we're broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and of course, Roku TV on the Northeast Streaming Sports Network. We're on episode number 48, just a couple more before we hit number 50. And of course, this is a super edition
post Super Bowl show. Yes.
Some people could just say, so the season is over.
Yeah.
Anyway,
bad day.
When honestly, so I stayed live. I did a live stream yesterday. I was on for about a little over 5 hours. Had a good time. Did a pregame. Did a little bet, a little wager. Someone's going to win a $50 gift card to dresscomfy.com for the latest and greatest for Sneaky G-Man merch. And I also did a little post game. When it went down to the 2-minute warning, a little tear went down my eye because I realized this was the last 2 minutes of the NFL.
Yep.
For the 21 season.
0-0.
Yeah. And I'm going to speak for the New York Football Giants. I'm glad the season is finally over because now today, ladies and gentlemen, the drive for 5 starts today for the New York Football Giants.
Actually, it doesn't start until officially tomorrow when the season's 100% over. And actually, tomorrow is the official end of the 2021-2022 season.
You know, I want to throw something out there with you guys. And I want to ask a question about the Super Bowl yesterday. What the hell was The Rock doing?
Yeah.
Now, I have a theory on that. And if you look at baseball, there's a minor league system. If you look at hockey, there's a minor league system. Basketball even has a D-League. Do you think that possibly the XFL will partner with the NFL as a minor league system? I mean, they had it with NFL Europe. I mean, it just cost too much money because it was in Germany, or it was all over Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the former World League, then it turned into NFL Europe. But now that the XFL is coming up, Gabe, you are fired. I'm sorry, but we are not. You're fired, Gabe. That's just simple. I'm fired. No, I'm kidding.
I will say that I absolutely 100% agree with you. I'm wondering. Well, first off, I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like, what is this?
Time.
This is so ridiculous. He is not Michael Buffer. He is
That's
not.
it.
Oh, we ready to rumble? No,
Yeah.
we're going to the Super Bowl. Get out of here! Are you kidding me? I mean, it was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. I didn't think about the XFL. Could have really cared less. I don't think the NFL could care less. My question was, how much did they pay him to do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how much I want to know.
And
How
will
much
he give
money
me
was
$1?
wasted on him doing that speech? Because I tell you, it was absolutely ridiculous. And it's just like, you could first off, you could tell he was reading the teleprompter. You could tell that
that's how long his speech. Yeah,
sucked at it. You know what I mean? It wasn't very. They didn't think about it well enough.
Yeah. It seemed like exactly what you're talking about. Michael Buffer meets the Rock meets the I don't know who else.
It was like the AAA of Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to be like, "Can you smell?" I was waiting. I was just waiting for it.
I thought that was about to happen too.
I don't think better. That had been more
it would have
real.
been. Yeah.
I don't think he got paid. I think he did it
The
out
Rock is cooking. The Rock is cooking up for the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That had been better. You know what I mean? It was so.
Trubu, I got to be honest. If I was The Rock and if I was there, I'd be calling Dallas Cowboy fans jabronis. All of them. All of them. Because Trubu, you want to know what I think about that? It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, I honestly don't think he took a paycheck. I think they probably dealt up a suite and all you can drink, but it's kind of like the halftime show. Nobody gets paid.
Wait. They don't get paid for the halftime show?
I believe they don't.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
You're being put on the center stage in front of millions and millions. Yeah, you're not. They pay for the ensemble. The
right.
The cast of crew and everything, but they're not paying the artists.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I saw a article where The Weeknd bought himself. He made him a Super Bowl ring because he was performing at the Super Bowl.
I could see that,
and it was nice. It was a nice ring.
They also got a lot. They also get a lot of money. So ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't get paid specifically. However, the NFL is a charitable organization.
Correct.
And
nonprofit.
They write off millions of dollars in charity by being able to perform. So
exactly.
Although that they're not getting any actual dollars, they're scamming the United States government on that. Just my opinion.
So one of my viewers, Austin, did say that no, the Super Bowl performers don't get paid. So for now, I'm going to take his word for it.
There you go. What's going on, Mario?
Mario, how you doing?
Mario, Australia. So before we get into the game, I just gotta mention one thing real quick about that real snazzy jacket that's being worn by Pork Rind down there. And I would say that's a new jacket. It's a new
pretty
jacket.
Damn new. It is pretty new.
Where'd you get it from?
I wonder how do you feel about the name now?
It's kind of growing on me a little bit.
It would grow on me too.
No, I mean, it's like I've said it here before. It's going to take some time. They're always going to be the Redskins to me. But, like anything else, you embrace it, you move on, and you support the team and the players and the coaches. I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, I was pretty flattered that I was chosen to get one of these nice jackets and, came from Mrs. Snyder and, definitely appreciate it. So
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, the closest thing I'll say, the first game, I'm sorry, yeah, it was Nick's first game I saw, and I'm not going to say the person's name, someone from the Giants, and they had a nice lanyard, Giants lanyard, and I said, hey, I'd like to, could I get one for work? So forgot about it. It was like the week of my birthday. It was like 2 months later. There was a box, and they sent. They They sent everything but the lanyard. Although I'm not complaining. We got Nick got a nice little Giants jacket. He got a beanie. I got a lanyard that I still use as a keychain to this day. Wife tells me to throw it away, and I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. But good for you. Congratulations. I think as a fan, the fact that True Blue gets recognized by Jerry Jones, which I know Philly will probably talk about here in a little bit, and the fact that you get a little token, a little something, for them to show your appreciation. And I think as super fans as we are, that's all we want. That's all we want. And I'll be honest, for me, when Mara came up to me and we chatted up for 2 seconds, I confessed my undying love and devotion to New York Football Giants. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, guys. Look what Mama Boss got me for Valentine's Day. Look at this. Look at this. But I had to show that off. Mama Boss, shout out. I love you with all my heart because you got me the New York Giants chain. But anyway, and she made some hot wings yesterday that would legitimately make you slap not only your mama, but the whole members of your family. I'm sorry, I digress. But we just want to be recognized. We just want the team to see us and to know us. And Philly, the Eagles they know you're there, right? They know you.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I don't ever get jealous of anybody. It's just not in me to ever feel envious of anybody else for any other reason. And I tell you, I was watching TikTok today, and a close friend of mine who goes by the name of King Kyle got a bag of chips. It was brought in a nice little box. It had an Eagles thing on the top. It was an Eagles bag of potato chips. And I'm like, I guess they just don't have my address or something. So they did a thing. I wouldn't even eat the bag of potato chips. Those bag of potato chips would display it in glass. You know what I mean? Because it was a way of them saying, "Hey, we do recognize you and we do see you." Because I tell you what, I'm tired of the other owners in this league recognizing me, and not the Eagles,
and not your own.
Now, and you saw, right? I'm sure everybody saw, because if
play
you
it.
I got the video.
Play it.
So that Frito-Lay's, the bag of chips, the homegrown from the stadium, they did that on Twitter. So if you retweeted it, and that's how they were getting them.
And that's my fault then, because I'm not as
Tyler Derby, he got a bag.
Yep.
So I did not. I did not get any chips, and I was like, when I saw it, like I said, it wasn't the chips. I could have cared less. You know what I mean? But it was the box was kind of cool, and I'm like, that's awesome that he got that bag of chips. And damn it, where's my bag of chips?
So I got a funny story from yesterday was Chris Bryant actually got one of those bags of chips.
Yeah, that's right.
And he actually I guess emptied out a regular bag of chips, and he put the bag inside that and brought it over to his buddy's house, who's a Cowboys fan, and opened up the bag, and he thought he was just putting his hand in, normal bag of Lay's. And then when he put his hand in there, he had the other bag inside of it. So he surprised him and said, "Hey, man, you enjoying those Washington football chips?"
Wait, so all you got to do is retweet it?
At that time when they had the
time, I think it's done and over with now, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, because they ain't sending any more bags of chips out for the Super Bowl, because Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And like it says, I'm going to make a push to see if the Eagles will recognize me. You know what I mean? I am, and I'm going to do it in a way that I know, the best way I know how. I wouldn't raise a lot of money for charity.
There you go.
That's the only way I
go.
know how. The only way I feel like that an organization is going to actually point you out is when you donate a lot of money to charity.
Yep.
So that's kind of what my goal is this year. I raised $8,400 last year for the Eagles Autism Foundation. My goal is $10,000 this year. So I'll start posting that up. You'll start seeing that underneath as well soon. I'm not quite there yet, but I obviously I want to be able to kind of push that and what have you. However, as we're being talked about, how fans getting recognized by the ownership, there was a video that went viral a little bit where Jerry Jones was talking about the fans of Philadelphia. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but I will definitely.
I was busy.
You were busy? So here you go. This is the video that was put out there.
Frauds that the Philadelphia fan are. Behind that, there's some hellacious people, and they're good people. And I know it, and they know I know it. And so we have a good time. And I think probably the thing that I get the most kick out of is when one of the fans are really giving it to me. It's wonderful to be able to go. So we have a good time when we go to Philadelphia.
You said earlier that you're not a jealous type or envious. I live in Dallas. I'm writing Jerry. I'm writing you a letter.
That's not the first time that I have been trolled by Jerry.
Oh, I know.
That's awesome.
I'm not even going to tell the story. I want True Blue to tell the story.
I was busy.
He's pleading the fifth. He's not. Hey, I ain't biting the hand that feeds me. No, sir, buddy. No, sir.
I don't know. The last game, the last game with Philly there, the Monday night game, that was an awesome spectacle that we put on for the fans. So yeah, I think Jamie's well known in that stadium by now.
Matter of fact, True Blue, I think you need to sit by me on the next game when the Giants come to town. I would love for you to sit with me on the Giants side. I double dog, and then I'll tell you what. I will go to a Dallas Cowboy game, and I will sit with you on the home side.
Yeah.
And no matter what game, because my favorite team will be whoever is playing against the Cowboys. But that is my I don't Pork Run. I don't want to put you out there, or even Philly when the Eagles come. We'll all sit all together, and
it's always fun sitting on the opposing fan side, especially when you have to make that walk down those steep stairs and all the eyes just come upon you.
It's so funny when you said that. When I went to that wild card game, okay, I cannot wait, and I cannot wait until the Giants beat you guys at home. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna feel so good. Anyway, hopefully next year, but
next year.
Always next year. That's as a fan, that's all we can say.
That's all. Yeah.
So, and Pork Rind, Philly, this. So when you're walking down. I can't remember what street, but it's the street light across from Panda Express. I call that the walk of shame. Okay. Because you're walking down that street. You're walking on that sidewalk where there's the tailgaters and there's everybody. Don't lose and leave the stadium. That is a true walk of shame. However, when I walked out that stadium, when they got beat by the 49ers, they were gone. There was nobody there. It was mainly there was a trickle of Cowboy fans, but they were packing up. Some were sniffling, and it was quiet. It was a quiet, nice walk, and it wasn't the walk of shame. Oh, it was so nice.
But it wasn't your team.
I don't care. It still felt just as good, knowing that the Cowboys and the Giants had the same opponent the following week. And even when Philly lost in the wild card, first off, you're playing against Tom Brady, right? Yeah. That was that. But it was just the satisfaction of being there.
I'm going to tell you, I this weekend I heard something from Emmitt Smith, and you got to go listen to what he said. And it was one of the greatest things that any, well, Troy Aikman has done it as well, but basically Emmitt Smith was calling out the current cast and crew of the Dallas Cowboys, saying that you haven't earned that star on that helmet yet. You haven't earned being called great yet. Until you win a championship, that's when you can be great. And everything he said is true. Everything he said is true. So I think reality's setting in year 6, and it's going to be what it's going to be. And if you don't win, guess what? You're just going to be another part of the history that didn't get there.
And there's a lot of before I know we're going to talk in the free agency, maybe this or next week, but I do want to say one thing. I'm going everywhere. I want to talk about the Super Bowl. Let's get back on the Super Bowl. And Danny, shout out Danny. He mentioned how he's happy that Odell got his ring. I'm happy he got his ring. I'm happy that he was able to celebrate. And I think with his journey from the Giants to the Browns to now the Rams, I think that gave him a level of maturity and having, being grateful. No, I don't want to say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Not grateful, but being humbled, I guess. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but you could tell, he got a touchdown. He was making plays, and unfortunately he got injured.
That touchdown won me some money too.
Oh, did it really?
Yes, sir.
So you said he was the first one to score?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
Yep.
A lot of people mentioned that he was going to be the MVP, and if he would have stayed in the game,
yeah, you never know.
They were doubling.
Oh yeah, Kupp. Yeah.
And then when he went out, they went straight to man.
Yeah, and it really was crappy seeing him go down that way. It was like,
non-contact.
Yeah, and as soon as he went down, I saw it. I knew it. I was like, non-contact. As soon as you go down like that, it's non-contact.
Yeah. Grabbed his knee.
9 times out of 10, it's your knee. It's your ACL.
Was it the ACL?
Yeah.
Oh, it finally did come out to be the ACL?
The reports are from what I'm seeing based upon the big dogs, Adam Schefter and Rappaport.
Well, which is a shame because, I saw that happen, and I'm like, what is it? What did they use, the vet turf?
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought of. It's like, aren't they using really good turf there? How is it that he can get his leg caught up like that?
I think it just the way he came down buckled.
Well, I think to me it just looked like it popped, like just by the motion.
Those non-contacts are
bad. Isn't it still? It's not AstroTurf. It's like that grass turf, right?
Yeah. It's got give and everything else like that. But the thing is, that's why I don't like seeing players do the bumping, the jump and bump, whatever they call it.
I hate that. Yep.
Right.
I freaking hate that with a passion.
Yeah, because remember that kicker that played for the Buccaneers when he
tore his Achilles. Yeah.
Even the guy from the Lions when he went up to do his discount double check and tore his.
Yeah.
I just don't like seeing these guys jump up for no reason and bump chest because you're going to come down one day, either your ankle or your knee.
Yeah.
Or you could be like Gus Frerotte and just bang your head against the
paralyze yourself.
Yeah. Give yourself a concussion.
Yeah, either way.
Oh my God.
Injury can happen either way, but you want to take a little bit out of it.
Oh, yep. He did tore his ACL. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. And when Burrow got hit, I'm going to tell you that. When he went down, I saw that. I saw the ankle roll. I saw the knee go the other way. I was like, good gosh.
Yep.
I thought something was broken there because I was looking at his sock. I was like, I hope there's something in there that's loose.
And Danny also asked the rumors about Darnold retiring. I mean, do you guys think that holds any kind of water? I mean, this guy is decorated.
30 years old. Yep.
30 years old. What is it? Out of 8 years he's been in the league, 7-time Pro Bowl, 7-time All Pro, something like that. Defensive player. Like what else are you gonna? I mean, defensive player of the year. You know what? You know, I mean, and what's his name? They call him Swagoo. They call him Swagoo on the morning shows with Stephen A. Smith. I can't think of the name right now, but you know, this man is a defensive tackle. I mean, he's not like Tom Brady that could just sit back in the pocket and have the refs. You graze the head, 15-yard penalty. No, I mean, he's getting double teamed. I mean, he was getting double teamed all day yesterday, and he still came out with 2 sacks. But I mean, would you try and go for another one? I mean, look at Von Miller. Von Miller has a ring on each hand now. You know, would you push your luck and try and go for it again?
Well,
first take. Yes, thanks, Tom. First take. Yeah, that's the name.
I think you know, you're coming off a good win and everything else. Those guys are going to, I mean, age set aside, I think he will. I think you get that taste, but he's got to look at the outcome of what he's going to have as far as the people that are going to be left around him after free agency.
Right. Will Beckham be back? Will Von Miller be back?
Exactly. That I think that's going to be the determining factor for a lot of these guys is what's the free agency going to prove out there for them, and whether it's going to be worth it for them to stay or not.
I'm sorry. Beyond everything else, I mean, they did win, and everybody in Detroit was very happy that they won. You know, like they showed. I mean, I had to I literally spit beer out my mouth when I saw. They said, "Look at the crowd of people that are out on the streets of LA," and it looked like there was a gathering of about 25 people. Yeah, right. I was like, that's the gathering of people. That's what we see out there. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Nobody cared. Nobody cared that the Rams won. Nobody cared.
No. Well, the people in LA did.
I mean, the people in the stadium in LA did.
Yeah, that's about it. There was more people celebrating up in Detroit than there was.
Really?
I don't know if you guys read the post I wrote, but that was the reason why I said congratulations to the Detroit Rams for winning the Super Bowl and getting the second pick in the NFL draft.
Talking about people, I got to give a shout out to Danny. He squared me away here as well. Swagoo is Marcus Spears. He is an analyst on ESPN. But hey, I want to give he is a cow. Yeah.
And you know they watch our show. You know that they watch our show.
Yeah. Oh, of course they do. I mean, they get pointers.
He's always stealing from us.
They get pointers. From us. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Andrew Whitworth. This man has been in the NFL for 36 years, and he finally. He started the league when he was 5. He got in the league when he was 5 years old. No, so I started following him on Instagram today, and there's a post on there, and I think it's quite awesome, right? He said it's titled, I call this the trifecta. He won 3 state championships playing in Louisiana. And then he went to LSU, won a national championship. That's when they had the BCS. I always say take out the C, and that's exactly what it was. And then he won the Super Bowl. I mean, can you guys imagine that kind of journey?
And not only that, he got the Walter Payton,
and he got the Man of the Year award. Yeah. Oh, and his speech was, I mean, it was motivating. You know, to make that imprint.
And the one thing I that if you have money that it's called in an annuity and you need to borrow money, you could go to JT Wentworth.
It's my money and I need it now.
Yeah, see, that's the type of
the first
thing.
thing I saw when I saw that he won the Man of the Year. I'm like, is this the guy who loads out all the money?
Yeah, that's the type of thing that the Rams are going to look at. I'm pretty sure he's going to retire.
Oh yeah,
he's done. So I mean, that's what you got to look at. There's one lineman down. Who are you going to get to replace him? So,
what's up, Byron?
Oh, Byron, what's up, man?
Byron?
You know, and I got to give Byron some props, and even and James too, because every time I see their number, I want to call them, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to mess with them. Because it's not going to be just one phone call.
Right, it never is. It never is.
Hey, it's going, but no, it's good to see you, Byron. Good to see you.
Very good.
So Matt Stafford, okay, he has some what?
That was his way of saying,
don't call me.
Don't call.
Yeah, don't call me. That's politely. Byron, I'll hit you up when the Cowboys and the Giants meet up again. I'll hit you up again. So Matt Stafford, it says a lot when you put people around him for success. I mean, I did not realize. I'm not gonna say how bad, and that's a strong word, but how average Goff was. Right? You guys can call me. Don't say that. Oh, he said from time to time. Smart man.
Now ain't the time.
Smart man. Yeah.
Now ain't the time.
Now ain't the time. No, that's what he's saying in a kind of way. Yeah. You can call me on a Monday, but don't call me again until October.
And
what's
Richie,
up, Rick?
Richie is
minus
is
20.
Denver Broncos fan from Canada.
yeah, I'm good
I
with
hope
that.
you're safe up there, and I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in Canada up there. So I hope you're safe and everything's doing well, even at negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ain't nothing going on out there at negative 23.
Well, not right there ain't, but if you get close to the border, there's some stuff going on.
Now, like I said, with Matt Stafford, and I'm not looking at his career numbers. I'll have to type it in real quick. But the fact that he's been in the league for as long as he's been, and now he has the Super Bowl. I mean, could he be in the conversation for a Hall of Famer?
No.
Why not?
I heard.
No, I'm going to say because he was on an average team in Detroit. The Rams did it. They set all the pieces up right for him to win it. From the outside looking in, I couldn't vote him in, even based on the numbers that he currently has. Now, give him 2 or 3 more years. Yeah, not right now.
Yeah, he's got
give
more
him
time.
2 or 3 more years. Let's see what he does.
So I did pull it up real quick. I pulled it up real quick. So he is almost at the 50,000 yard mark. He does have.
He went over 50,000 yards as of the Super Bowl, if you're including both.
Including
season. As of right now, I think this is just doing regular season. Yeah. Sorry, True. Oh, he's disagreed. So let me just tell you his numbers, and then we can have this discussion further. Okay. So he has 60. This is all career numbers. 63 completion percentage. He is at 49,995 yards. 323 TDs with 161 interceptions. I thought he had more interceptions than touchdowns.
That's exactly what I just said.
Get in because of Calvin. Yeah.
Yep.
He had Megatron right there, just easing the way for him. But yeah, based on this past selection for the Hall of Fame, it's been amazing to me, the people that got in and the people that didn't get in. And one of the biggest disappointments that I saw was Devin Hester not getting in.
It's gonna be tough. I agree with you, but it's gonna be tough.
I mean, Brian Mitchell should be in there, and he's not.
Well, it's gonna open up a can of worms. Yeah.
And Devin Hester should have been a first ballot, all-time record for returns, kick returns.
I know, I saw it, James.
That right there, man, is just I don't know, man. Devin Hester should have been in there.
You got to get.
I kind of agree with Devin Hester just because of if you're going to do it something like that, you have to. It's definitely a part of the game. He's definitely been. He was able to change the outcomes of games, and he was by far the best at his craft in the league for as long as he was in the league.
Yep.
So, and that's what I say. That's what I say about.
And not only that, not only that,
he will be in.
I do too.
He won't be in. It's going to take a couple of years, and he'll probably be in on a light year. There was a lot of people that went into the Hall of Fame this year, and I kind of feel that like he may go in the same year that Brady does. That's if Brady retires, which we're still not sure yet.
That's very true.
Wait, he may come back?
They're already talking about
it. There's talks.
So,
who knows?
We'll see. Personally, I feel like he doesn't retire. He talked about, I'm going to retire. And then his wife says, what are you going to do at home?
Well, the whole thing.
Does he go back to the Bucs?
Well, does he go to San Francisco?
There.
Yeah, I don't think he goes to San Francisco.
I heard that Gronk, and I don't know how true this is. Somebody had told me this, that Rob Gronkowski actually said that he wouldn't mind going to play in Cincinnati with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
He said that. What else did he say? He also said another team that kind of caught me off guard because it wasn't.
I figured he would retire.
Well, he would retire if.
Brady retired.
I don't know. I think he's done. I think he's done.
Yeah.
Just physically, from a standpoint of looking back, looking on the outside, he's been a smart guy. He's I think he's at that age where he's like, it's not worth it. And I don't blame him.
And he hasn't spent one game check yet.
That's right.
Oh, that's right, because he's only doing his endorsements.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't spent a game check yet?
Nope. Lives off his endorsements.
So, all right. So, what is he getting paid? Nothing? Veteran minimum?
No.
He hasn't spent. He's putting all his checks in the bank.
All that crying about the fact that he needed to get the $1 million, or else he'd have to go get a job.
Well, that job is another endorsement.
He's going to go bust tables.
Kind of like us.
Oh, God. I would love to have that problem. Come on, Brady, throw me a couple passes so I can get a mill.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good problem.
Right.
It's funny because I was watching the movie The Replacements today. Which is such a great movie. Every time I watch it, what? I will definitely get a Shane Falco jersey. I am definitely going to get a Shane Falco jersey. I am a Shane Falco fan. That or the Japanese guy, the sumo guy.
Oh, the sumo. I'm bulking up.
Well, I like yesterday seeing the preview with Peyton Manning. He goes, replay 2. You want me to be Falco's backup quarterback? I was like, yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I was like, all right.
But when I sit there and I'm watching that movie, and it's first off, it's a great movie to watch, and I think about how Washington, that they could have been on the Sentinels, and that those jerseys were kind of cool. You know what I mean? And that they actually, the new jerseys kind of mimic those a little bit. The red jersey kind of mimics it a little bit, except there's more blue in that jersey, where it's like more red, white, and blue than the.
And they have stars.
Yeah,
well, and now that I think about it, and Porkline, help me out with this. Is that story kind of like representation of the '88 season? Because they had to beat the Dallas. Well, 87 seed, the Super Bowl was in 88,
88, yep.
The one that Doug Williams was the MVP of.
Yep.
Is that where they got the story from, you think?
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. That is where they got the story from?
Okay.
That's the one thing.
Actually, because I watched it on Roku, And they actually put commercials when you get a free movie on Roku. They put commercials in it. And right before you go to a commercial break, you'd have some guy saying, hey, this movie is loosely based on the Washington team who, that when they went on strikes and they got the scabs and stuff like that. He didn't say scabs, obviously, because I remember that really well. That was Buddy Ryan's first year.
Yep.
And Buddy Ryan, we said to his team completely, and this is where the Dallas hate. I mean, we've always hated Dallas, but the Dallas rivalry between Buddy Ryan and Landry and then Jimmy Johnson really got set off because Tom Landry ran up the score that his team had crossed, and he told the Eagles, he said, listen, you either all come or none of you come. Stay together as a team and all, as one unit. So if you're all going to, if one wants to cross, you all cross, or none of you cross. And the Eagles were the only team not to cross the picket line. As a whole team, never had one member cross the picket line. And Tom Landry ran up the score. And that was when they were going to kneel on it when we were ahead in the game. And
I remember that. But that was against Jimmy Johnson, though, right?
No, that was against Tom Landry.
That was against Tom Landry.
Okay. Because didn't Buddy do the same thing to Jimmy? And Jimmy was like, I couldn't shake his hand because he was already in the locker room.
Buddy Ryan never liked to shake the other coach's hands.
Oh, okay.
Never. Was always in the locker room, early.
Hence why he has the two sons he does.
Yep.
Well, actually, one of them, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's on the Giants as a coaching staff.
No, he's back with the Raiders.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He went back. Okay.
Brian. Yeah, Rob went back to Oakland or Vegas.
So the Super Bowl.
I see Ryan on NBC show, isn't he?
So the Super Bowl, we get down, and what have we been saying all season long? The deciding factor.
The refs, yeah.
The refs. How did you guys feel about the play that they allowed for 4 quarters and 13 minutes? Actually, 4.
The only penalty that they called before that was on a guy who wasn't playing in the game. Yeah. Wasn't playing in the game the entire game. Then all of a sudden, there's 4 plays. Did it not seem like that they were trying to make sure that the Rams scored that touchdown?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It felt that way from
the
very visual. There was no penalty on there. There was no penalty for
the first one. The first hold was a hold. The first hold was a hold
from the line.
Not the very first one.
I did not call Donald offsides.
Yeah,
he was. Yes. That was blatant.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where you allowed everything to go. Yeah, the kid. I'm pretty sure the kid that got the first penalty, he's probably not going to be there next season. Going out on the field celebrating in sandals and
that was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid.
I can't believe somebody from the organization did not grab that kid and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the last time he's seen on that field.
So he was on the field for the rest of the half. He didn't show back up in the second half.
Correct.
He was not out there in the second half. So
that's what I mean. He's probably not going to be out there next season
ever again. He was a free agent.
Wow.
So
yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully he get his conference ring. At least he'll have that. Hopefully.
But yeah, the 2 minutes, the everything that just went down, it was just like you felt the shift in the vibe in the stadium. You heard the Bengals fans. I mean, you heard the whole country just like, what?
Yeah.
So the first pass interference, or the first holding call, I don't think I didn't see it. Now, when the jersey was held, when the jersey was held, yes, I that was a blatant hold. But
that's I thought the first call was where
exactly.
It should have been
not a hold. It was absolutely a hold, Rich, and because the pass was well overthrown, it was definitely a hold.
Yeah,
not
it should have
not
been
from that
fourth down.
linebacker, not from 5. I believe 5.5.
Yeah, where he deflected the ball. He patted the ball down, right?
Yeah,
and
that was the pass interference.
That was the third down.
Yeah,
right?
that
wasn't
was
a
a
holding.
I'm not talking about that one. It was the very first one that the flag was thrown. That it just didn't look like.
Shit, I can't keep up. There were so many.
Yeah, towards 2 minutes, that's when they all kept coming out.
Yeah, it was like 4 back to back to back.
Yeah,
it was like
Now,
it made no sense.
I will say though, the one where Higgins grabbed Ramsey's face mask, like
the no call.
How do you not call that?
Yeah,
man? I mean,
well, the ref was clearly out of position on that one.
Way out of position.
Yeah.
And what have we been saying? Had there been a ref on the other side,
he would have saw that.
Yeah,
because from where the ref was, it probably did look like Ramsey was looking and then, went back up. But yeah, it was horrible. It was.
Yeah, I mean both teams played their hearts out, but
oh yeah,
Eli Apple was
that was a penalty. Yeah,
yes.
Yes,
very much so.
I agree.
But everything leading up to that, it was a hell of a game.
And then not to go, that he's offsides, that he was blatantly offsides, blatantly. You know what I mean? You could say whatever you want about the camera angle of that picture. His head was over the ball. Over the football. And for them not to call it, I don't care if he's a Hall of Famer or not, that you make that call. You're offsides. That is what's that? It's not offsides. It's actually
encroachment.
Encroachment. On the defense, the first down, and they'd have been able to continue with the drive. I don't know. I thought it should have gone to overtime. It was planning to go to overtime.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this. I mean, do we believe that since he was robbed, or do we think that the Rams earned it?
Well, you're going to have to say the Rams earned it. They won.
Right, but if we're talking about the how they messed up the Philly special. I'm just
and the Bengals got theirs, and they're calling that the Cincy special. I'm like, ain't nothing special about that. It's already from Philly.
Yeah, well,
you can bring a cheesesteak to Cincinnati. It's still a Philly cheesesteak.
That play did take place after Odell got hurt, so Odell would have been one throwing the ball, and he probably would have thrown a great pass, but Kupp.
No, I just want to say that right. I mean, do we feel that, especially to the last minute and a half, that the Cincinnati Bengals were somewhat robbed?
So I don't think that they were robbed. They still would have had the drive. I mean, it's just like they got robbed out of a first down. I'm not saying that they would have gone.
Yeah, but Ramsey would have Ramsey would have hit that field goal. He would have hit that field goal to put it into overtime.
McPherson
and then.
McPherson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who I said Ramsey? Yes, McPherson. Why did I get Ramsey? See, I say tomato, you say tomato.
So real quick, just to answer Rich's question that's here, I don't think that was a bad hit. I mean, did he push him a little bit too far?
But he was in bounds. He was in bounds.
The matter is that he pushed him legitimately in the play during the play, pushed him a little hard. That's part of the game. He's running after him. He's doing everything he can. I like the fact that even though there was some extracurricular after the fact, they didn't throw any flags.
Yeah, that's the big one.
The play deserved the flag. I don't believe the retaliation deserved the flag. So that across the board, I thought was done well.
I think that 7'5" lineman for Cincy, his flag caught up to him after that push.
It did.
It caught up to him at the end of the game with that push.
Yep.
That's what gave them that first down. So, for everyone complaining that they didn't throw one on him during that tussle, he got his at the very end.
It's amazing how everybody does that Philly special because it's been now in 3 Super Bowls in a row that they try to use it. And
was it in last year's?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it was.
Who
no, it wasn't Tampa Bay that did it. It was it was
the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think
did Mahomes catch it? Because clearly I don't remember.
No, I don't think he did.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it's been so. I've watched it now 3 or 4 times. Like I said, both teams did it in this game. Just Cincinnati, had it work.
So now that the next, within my time, within a few hours, according to Philly, the season starts over tomorrow.
2 hours.
Who's going to be?
Minutes.
Well, yeah, who's going to be the front runner? I mean, who's going to be the favorite next year? I mean, are we going to say Buffalo finally? Are they going to?
They're probably going to throw more than likely Kansas City back there.
Yeah, AFC.
It'll probably.
I think
be the Rams and
Kansas City
KC.
is the favorite. I think Kansas City is already the favorite. I think they're 12-1 odds.
I mean, shoot, if Aaron Rodgers goes to Denver, that will spike the Denver up a little bit.
Well, he bought his house in Tennessee, so
did he? Hey,
so the
could be a
the
Titans
there. Yeah,
that's because all his exes live in Texas.
What's that?
That's because all his exes live in Texas. So he bought his house in Tennessee.
Yeah, he bought a home.
Goes? You know what I mean? So
that's it.
Well, I mean, I know you guys heard about that country music joke, right? When you play backwards,
you get your
car back, you get your house
truck,
back, your girl
truck,
back,
your wife, and your dog back.
You get them all back when you play it backwards.
Boy, I'd hate to be riding in my truck then.
Oh, I need a running start,
Yeah, they all. I can't wait till March when everything starts to fizzle and sizzle.
Yep.
You got the combine coming up, then you got free agency coming up, so it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see where Aaron Rodgers goes. I know Green Bay is going to be throwing the money at him. Tennessee is going to become an option, even though all the players are saying, well, we're sticking with our guy. You just can't buy that anymore.
I'd take Rodgers over Tannehill any day of the week.
I think anybody would take.
Yeah.
The question was asked for me, would I take Rodgers over Jones? And I said I'd pass on Rodgers. I just don't. There's just something about him.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
You're going to take Daniel Jones over Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan in the slightest bit. And from what I understand, he's a little bit of an asshole and tough to be on a team.
Oh, he's a diva.
So, but that being said, you're going to choose Daniel Jones over
and I'm going to tell you why.
Rodgers?
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I don't trust him. I do not trust Aaron Rodgers. And for me,
you trust Daniel Jones more.
You know what? Yes, I do.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about, Sneaky. The trust and relationship to
the game.
You're
not throwing the game.
Your team. Are you going to back up your team?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. He always plays the victim.
Yep. He
always woe is me. And I just don't like him. And I got somebody on my side that on my, he said he's going to clip it, post it, make sure you put everything on it. Cause I do not trust Aaron Rodgers at all. And
all right. I'm going to let you go because you can talk about Aaron Rodgers for another 10 seconds. It's good. You don't want to.
I don't trust him.
I saw something today that was very disturbing. Is that somebody said they're willing to give up our first round pick, which is pick number 11 for Garoppolo. Send this man right now.
If you're smart, you let him walk into free agency, then you go get him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
because he's going into free agency.
Yeah.
So listen, I we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the biggest story of yesterday, the halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hear you. What was your guy?
6 minutes.
So which one of you did the crip walk? That's all I want to know. Which one of y'all kind of just bust? Pork rind. I know you whipped it out. I know you was like, ding, 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 ding. I know you.
There's a video circulating.
I'm gonna find it. I'm
just kidding.
I was in my recliner sipping on a beer.
Sipping on that gin and juice.
Laid
Yeah,
back.
I thought it was okay. You know what I mean? I didn't go crazy with it. I thought it was okay. You know, out of all the other ones that I've seen lately, this was better.
I mean,
and that was gonna be my question. What is your favorite halftime show? Your guys, what's your favorite halftime show?
Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
You kidding?
No, you're not. No, you're not. You put that bitch in slow motion.
I'm gonna tell you right now. My
rewind. There's a nipple.
I have it's a hard choice for me. You know, Michael Jackson playing, during the Cowboys Super Bowl. But as far as performances and everything else that go along with it, I'm gonna have to say Prince.
Thank you.
I was gonna say
you. Out of my mind.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
see, this is why we get along. I was like, please say Prince. And the whole thing.
I like Tom Petty's too. I was a big Tom Petty fan. You know, Tom Petty I thought was good, but Prince was much better.
Prince, as soon as Prince did his thing with his guitar, with the silhouette, with the rain falling.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
And he wasn't Prince at the time. He was the
artist formerly known as Prince.
What was he? Was he the artist known as Prince? That was the For me, Beyonce. I think Beyonce was a good one. J-Lo and Shakira. And this is no specific order, but when who was the Beatle that played? I think he's the only one that's still around.
Paul McCartney.
I fell asleep.
You and have.
I'm sorry. What? Oh, it's over? Oh, okay. Now we're back to the game. Okay.
Yesterday's was nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put this at number 2. You know, a solid 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
I'd say 3 or 4 for me. I mean, I thought it was like Philly said. I think it was definitely much better than the ones in the years past. But no, I mean, Prince would be number 1 for me.
The one last year, I think I threw up with motion sickness.
I don't even know who did.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Oh, Weeknd did. Yeah, that was forgettable.
Yeah, that was. You know.
Also, last thing I'm going to mention, and we'll talk about this some more next week. But I want to put the bug in your ear. You noticed, I don't know, I'm sure you guys did, that the season starts September 15th next year.
Yep.
That's Thursday Night Football, September 15th. Do you know what that means?
President's Day.
Super Bowl is on President's Day, and the NFL have been dying to do this forever. So that means if they go to an 18th game, they'll go back from Labor Day to President's Day. That's how they're going to work this. Then that's how they want to do it. Labor Day to President's Day. They're starting a week late next year. Like a week and a half late, 2 weeks late, really.
Yeah. Because normally it's the week after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So to do that, because they're getting so close, I've been saying all along that they want to make sure there's a national holiday afterwards. And they are doing it now. They are doing it now.
They need to just move it to Saturday.
Which means that there is going to be a championship game next year in like minus 27 degrees Fahrenheit in one of these places. That it's going to be absolutely ridiculously cold.
Not if Aaron's not playing.
It's going to be in Arizona next year.
Well, I'm not talking Super Bowl. The championship
games.
Oh, the championship. I'm sorry.
Because there's going to be a playoff game. The championship game is going to be where the Super Bowl is normally played, the beginning of February, and then you're going to have 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be awesome.
I'm just saying it's going to be really cold.
Exactly. So start building your stadiums, folks.
As I look down.
It's common.
So anyway,
when is it going to be at Dallas again? Because I think the last one was
they don't want any more home Super Bowls. They're going to have it in Dallas every year.
Well, yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. I saw that.
Hey, listen, guys, we really do appreciate you staying with us for the hour here. This hour went by fast. We're going to be back next week, next Monday. We're going to start talking about the upcoming season because as we said, this season is over, and we're getting ready for the next season where we all start 0-0. So, again, thank you so much. And until next week,
Drive for 5 starts now. Let's go, Giants.
I already got 5, going for 6.
Oh,
How
shut
about
the hell up.
Cowboys.
Dallas Couch Boys.
go Birds.
Oh, Jeff has one now.
Commanders don't get to say one. Have a
Go
great night, guys.
Commanders.